Well, someday I'll have that buffalo ranch right there on the beach, where I'll surf all day and come home late to the fields where the buffalo eat. I'm gonna marry rich and then learn how to love. When she's out working, I'll be home tinkering in a barn full of old trucks. Just don't make me stand still. 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 When I'm old and bald and my hands grow moss and there's roots through the soles of my shoes, don't make me stand still. It's been a good year. My favorite fingernail finally grew back. I've seen the world, every river, town, through the seat of this kayak. But no one gives a damn for old timers, and the money still runs dry. That's why a man needs a dog and a plot of land to raise some buffalo high. Just don't make me stand still. 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 When I'm old and bald and my hands grow moss and there's roots through the soles of my shoes, don't make me stand still. And oh, mama, where did the buffalo go? And oh, mama, can't we take two of them home? Just a boy and a girl, and we'll leave them alone for a while. They ask me when I'm gonna quit, and I say, what the hell does that mean? 'Cause when you grow up on a farm in Arkansas, there's just work and nothing between. But somewhere there's a buffalo ranch, and I swear to you it's on the beach, where you can surf all day and come home late to the fields where the buffalo eat. Just don't make me stand still. 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 When I'm old and bald and my hands grow moss and there's roots through the soles of my shoes, you can shoot me, but don't make me stand still. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks. But anyway, we came to a moderate-sized boulder in the rice paddies, and one of the kids was, obviously they'd brought us to this spot, and he proudly pointed to the boulder and said, "This is the biggest rock in my hometown." So he said, "This is the biggest rock in my village," and that felt very potent, and lived in a notebook for a long time. And then I was thinking about being 12 and wrote this song. Candy wrappers, cheeks full, he ducked and weaved. I followed through the houses row biro. We came upon a mighty stone. He unwrapped another Tootsie Roll as the plastic fell to the ground. He said, "That's the biggest rock in my hometown." We hung a rope from a tree. He tied himself up to me. We climbed and climbed and climbed and climbed. Every day, basketball I never lost. I was taller, we were kings, we'd found the biggest rock in our hometown. October, in the school gym I lay in the dark. On top of him we rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled. We don't mention it, just run and laugh and curse and spit, young and proud. And the biggest rock in my hometown. And climb on top, don't look down, you're way up high now. It used to rain in the bay in the fall. It poured the day his mother called, said he was in the hospital. Something growing up inside his chest. We played hearts beside his bed, his ribs climbing up and down like the biggest rock in our hometown. I wonder where you are today. It's raining here in New York State. It rolls and rolls and rolls. I'd like to say I just thought of you, but I also like to tell the truth. It was the plastic twisting sound, and it got me thinking about candy wrappers, cheeks full, you duck and weave. I follow through the houses, row by row. We come upon a mighty stone. You unwrap another Tootsie Roll as the plastic falls to the ground. You say, "That's the biggest rock in my hometown." Playing songs off of a new album that's coming out in a few weeks. Richard was nice enough to squeeze me in to do this as a way of helping to spread that word. So thank you for that. This is another tune on that new record called "The Planet I'm From." You make me stutter, you make me dumb, you make me lonesome, you're the one. We could do nothing, we could chew gum, I don't care, you're the one. I swore off rivers, I swore off wheat, I built a fence, tall as a tree. I swore off puppies, I feared the fleas, but that's all done. You're the one. love the moon, we curse the sun. You keep me warm, you're the one. I like to change, I like to run. Nothing's for sure, you're the one. I swore off loving, I swore off dreams, I swore off swearing, but I was mean. I lay with others, I lay with none, I lay with you, you're the one. Thank you. Made me think about, I got to be an artist in residence in a small town in Wyoming called Dayton, and I think the way that I got into that program was that I said I was going to write stories about the people in the town, sort of a journalistic thing, and they're like, yeah, we want someone writing songs about the people in our town. That sounds great. And so I'd asked everyone who the storytellers were, and everyone had different answers, but most people all talked about this guy named Jack Russell, who was 85 and kind of the town mountain man and had done everything, and they said I could find him because he would drive into town and go to the community center and eat lunch, and you could tell if his car was there because his car had no side view mirrors because a bear had eaten them off apparently, and so it was the thing I knew I needed to do, so that's the thing I procrastinated. And so towards the end of the stay, I finally went and found Jack Russell and said, hey, is anyone in this building Jack Russell? And you know, there were a lot of people who looked like they could be 85-year-old Jack Russell, and people laughed and pointed, and one guy was like, yeah, I'm Jack Russell, how can I help you? And I said, I'm a songwriter, and I wonder if you could tell me some of your stories. And he's like, that's all right, that's an odd request, but I think I might have something for you. And he said, follow me out to my car. And so we went to his bear-eaten car, and he ruffled through some papers in the back seat and took out a handwritten paper. He said, this is my obituary that I wrote, and maybe I could read it for you and you might find it interesting. And anyway, this is for Jack Russell. I made my way to a little town, stayed 2 weeks in a little house down at the mouth of the river called Tongue, where it empties out from the mountains. I came with eyes open wide and a box of words I couldn't rhyme. I hope to leave with an open mind and a box of songs for the hard times. So I asked some folks where the stories hide, and they pointed me to the mountainside. There's a man over there by the mouth of the river, and I heard a bear ate a side view mirrors. Another claimed at a funeral, he told the grieving widow, no one should have to sleep alone. I got a warm bed and a pillow. There's a man named Jack Russell, yes, really Jack Russell. He lives at the end of the road, where the stars in the sky and the flowers of springtime and the rain on your face each rising day in a blaze of glory unfolds. Well, I forgot about Jack for a few days, sitting on the couch in my own big brain, bragging about the beauty of the bighorn slope to my propane stove in my window. And then perhaps by happenstance I walked outside in my underpants. I only ever wanted just to take a leap, but the stars above reminded me there's a man named Jack Russell, yes, really Jack Russell. He lives at the end of the road, where the stars in the sky and the flowers of springtime and the rain on your face each rising day in a blaze of glory unfolds. So I I went out looking for his Japanese car in a town of Chevys and Dodges and Fords. I only had to walk a small town block before it stuck out like a thumb in a parking lot. So it was I met my mountain man, 85 years old with a steady hand. He took me out right then and there and read me his obituary. And it said, "Don't shed a tear, it's not the end of my story. I'll be here in a blaze of glory where the stars in the sky and the flowers of springtime and the rain on your face each rising day is the trace that remains of the dreams that were made, and a blaze of glory unfolds." Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. We'll even get the low raspy tones on this one. Oh, why am I not bored with you? It's been days since I put on my shoes. These walls have no paint, there's little left to say. Oh, why am I not bored with you? If I were glue and you were glued too, you'd think by now we'd be stuck to this couch. Oh, why am I not bored with you? Well, sometimes I take offense when you want to spend time with other people too. I used to get restless, I used to stew, I used to eat, I even used to chew. Now I sit on this couch doing nothing but chew. Oh, why am I not bored with you? Oh, why am I not bored with you? Alright. I haven't played that one in a while. Good. We did that, and I used to live in Austin, Texas, and I joined an adult league soccer team and called the Celtic Cowboys, and they were mostly first and second generation English and Irish lads, and they were very, very fun in the bars and very mean to the referees. And I'm the captain of the team. I joined as it's going to be a for fun thing, it's rec league adult sports, and the captain of this team was this guy named Martin, and Martin took it very, very seriously, and he would give long impassioned halftime speeches and tell us to run sprints on our own and that sort of thing. And The thing about Martin was that he wasn't very good, and this song's for Martin and all of us who do things we love regardless of ability. Kick the ball with me one more time. Kick the ball, Daddy. Kick the ball with me one more time. Kick the ball, Daddy. Well, Martin was born in England with 2 left feet, the son of Irish immigrants. And he'd get up early to watch the weekend games. With bruised shins he'd come home late, and his dad would say, "Martin, do your work and put that bloody football away." But he'd sneak out to the stadium and he'd stare up at the lights and hear them chanting his name in the beautiful game, in the beautiful game. And that's where I met him. He was well into balding. Ooh, I skipped a verse. Okay, let's go rewind. And he grew up fast, and he bought a one-way ticket across the Atlantic to Michigan. Important part of the story. For the promise of an education away from nails and hammering. But he found snow instead of grass, and weightlifting, and the wrong football on TV. So he took his degree and he moved down to Texas to coach a high school soccer team in the beautiful game, in the beautiful game. And that's where I met him, and he was well into balding. We were on the same men's league team. And he'd give a halftime speech every Sunday to us half listening. And it sounded like, give it all you got, give it everything, 'cause this is everything to me. And no other team got a halftime speech, and I believed him. And I can still hear him say, the beautiful game, the beautiful game. And his dad would say, find something else to do. Maybe football is not the thing for you. But he kept coming back to that 4-4-2. Like David Beckham and Steven Gerrard and Rio Ferdinand and Sean Wright Phillips and Frank Lampard and Sir Bobby Charlton and the beautiful in the beautiful game. And after the cheers and the handshakes and the beers, Martin remains. And he sits with his back to the goal post, looking almost like he's always sat that way. and he cracks a smile. He lets his hand down to feel the grass beneath, and he lingers as he runs his fingers through the dirt and the dreams. Kick the ball with me one more time. Kick the ball, Daddy. Kick the ball with me one more time. Kick the ball, Daddy. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, I'll close with this one. This is the title of the new album called "The Planet I'm From." Caves are for thinking, parks are for kissing, woods are for peeing, humans are for being on the planet I'm from. Nobody's smart and nobody's dumb, and the difference is the thumb, is the thumb, is the thumb, is the thumb between us and the walruses. All wind is for wishing, cheeks are for smushing, dams are for beavers, no, yarn is for weavers, dams are for beavers, trails are for losing, alarms are for snoozing, skirts for to twirl. And so is the world on the planet I'm from. Nobody's smart and nobody's dumb, and the difference is the thumb, is the thumb, is the thumb, is the thumb between us and the pistol shrimp. Da-da-dum, da-dum, da-da-da-dum. On the planet I'm from, nobody's smart and nobody's dumb, and the difference is the thumb, is the thumb, is the thumb, is the thumb. On the planet I'm from, nobody's right and nobody's wrong, and the difference is a song between us and the Martians. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right.